Hey guys, Swordsman here. Of course, this video was going to be the one that I was going to put into two parts, but ever since I learned that that thing was live where you can have up to 15 minutes of footage in a YouTube video now, I was able to basically speed up some dull parts without having to cut anything for you guys, so stupid phone. So you get to see everything, not have anything missed, and it just be in one video, so that should be easier for both of us, I think. So, one video for me to make, one video for you guys to watch, so we'll see. Now, this is, as you haven't noticed, the Gamma headquarters on Vacant, and we had a 5-person party playing together, and it was basically me plus 2 regulars, the Legend and MSU Killer. And then we just basically filled up the rest of our group with just some friends we had around. Not our typical people we play with, but people on our friends list nonetheless. And we thought we could come in here and get some easy wins. Now, for most of the night that was working. We were getting plenty of easy wins. But then we hit this game type, and this was on Resurgence map pack thing. But then we hit this buzzsaw. And it's not that we were threatened about losing. It's that I would say we took it for granted that we were going to win, and so we didn't do as much as we could to make it an easy win. And I fall into that a lot. So do the people I play with a lot. You get into a comfort zone, at least I do, with what I would call my top tier team. I have a group of people that I play with them most often, and whenever we have all 5 or 6 of us together, we are comfortable enough knowing that this part of the game is going to be covered, this part's going to be covered, person C has this thing on lockdown, so we're going to be good. We just don't even have to talk about it. And that's a dangerous thing, because the road to victory can start in the pregame lobby. It really does, guys. And while it's cool to be in the pregame lobby talking about chili dogs and stupid phone and other things like that and just silly nonsense, a couple minutes dedicated to making it easier to win will go a long way. And look at this. Now, we have a guy in here, Flushy, trying to snipe on headquarters on Vacant. I'm sorry, but you ain't Grizz, baby. You can't pull those shots off reliably. He is probably hurting our team more than what would just be picking up a random green guy. So, that part, it comes down to a difficult balance sometimes. I think sometimes the lobby just needs to identify what you're going for. If half the lobby, or 3/4 of your lobby, is going for wins and playing well, and you get 1 or 2 guys in there just screwing around, that can frustrate the heck out of the guys trying their best to win. Now, I am more than willing to have nights where it's just screwing off for fun. I've done nights with nothing but riot shields and RPGs and stuff like that. Silly things with like akimbo deagles and stuff. I need to unlock them again. I never got them again after I re-prestiged. But anyway, you need to figure out what your team wants to do. And you got to get everybody on the same page. Because if you have 5 guys in there and 4 of them are trying to win, 1 of them's just screwing around, it's going to frustrate the other ones. Alright? Now, like I said, getting back to winning starts to happen in the pregame lobby. If you watch, pay attention to this video for how many UAVs we get. I watched halfway through this video just this morning just to double check to try to count for myself. Wow, myself. And I got halfway through the 18-minute file, and our team never had a UAV, and I just didn't bother to continue watching because I watched this whole thing yesterday when trying to edit it down. Now, a UAV is so underrated and just how important it is. There we got one out of a care package. That may be the only one we get the entire game. But if you have 2 guys running UAV, counter UAV, Predator, or if you want to go UAV, Harrier, Pavlo, I've seen people get awesome scores with that setup. But whenever you assign a team like this, you want to have at least 2 people running UAV. Counter UAV is just as useful. A lot of people on Core depend on their radar. I know I love mine. And a counter UAV can really screw things up. So, the other day, I guess a week ago now, I had a guy come into my lobby that, he was first time playing with him. I had accepted his friend request. He was a subscriber. And instantly he gets in there. And he, of course, after the usual greetings and stuff like that, he starts talking about how he's going to drop a nuke for us. And he's good with the AC-130 and this and that. And so we just said to him, if you want to impress us, run UAV, call in 5 UAVs, and shoot down all the air support. And it's people like that that really are the MVPs in this game. They really are. Sometimes you will see me doing it. The last few days here I've been running UAV, counter UAV, Pred, and I've been using Predators to take out Harriers. You know, you need to have people on top of these things. It goes so far into making sure you get easier wins. A 6-man group, 2 to 3 people running UAVs, and the enemy will have no chance. If you could, whenever you have a UAV up, think of it like this. You should, if it was going to be fair, you should be getting assists for almost all the kills that your teammates get while the UAV is up. Because it makes your life so much easier whenever you're playing these types of objective games. Especially when you get campy ones, alright? So right there, things we could have handled in the pregame lobby would have already gone a long way to helping us win this game easily. And we do win, of course, but it was just so ugly. It was brutal. It was a fight for every headquarters. It was just running into just a buzzsaw nonstop. Now, that covers what you can do in the pregame lobby. Once you get in here, there's a lot more things you can do. For example, whenever it comes to something like this, there needs to be some sort of coordination. We semi had it, most times we didn't have it. There needs to be call-outs for where people are, and this is something that my own personal top team is starting to get better at. We're trying to communicate a bit better. Just calling out, God, freaking commando, doesn't exactly help the rest of your team, you know? Or if you're in a building like this, not everyone needs to be facing the same doorway. Yeah, that might be the fastest route that the enemy team's going to get to based on their spawn. That doesn't mean it's the only way coming through. So once you figure out just how to read your own minimap, to figure out what person's watching what so that you need to watch something else, can help so much. There was a lot of time... Ooh, stun grenade failed. God, I failed those a lot. I need to like practice aiming or something. I just cannot hit those most of the time. They always bounce off walls. Anyway. But yeah, it can just go so far to have people setting up properly, getting into the right position. Because when it comes to headquarters, I said before, you don't need all 5 guys sitting on top of a headquarters. You can have 1 to 2 guys in there capping it faster, while some other ones hang out there to the side watching all the routes to the headquarters, and that will help even more. But again, it's just, there's a lot of little things that you could do to make winning easier. We won this one the hard way. We almost handicapped ourselves when it came to winning this one. And it's all things that could have easily been avoided and improved upon without having to have any sort of great improvement in skill, if you know what I mean. All of these things I'm talking about, it doesn't matter how good you are on the trigger finger with those guns, or how fast your reflexes are, or anything like that. Excuse me. If you can just run some UAVs, have a person that goes into the game knowing that he's the one handling air support, or 2 guys know that they're handling air support, you get people that will coordinate a bit better around objectives. Because far too often, I am guilty of this myself, when playing an objective game like this, you think, hey, I can do this on my own. Oh, I hate this part. This guy we actually thought might have had a wall hack throughout the game. My part, on this video right here, there, I might be willing to believe that was just luck, but there's a couple spots earlier on that was not locked that he hit on some other people. I believe there was a kill cam on MSU Killer where he walked right up to a wall with a, I think it was a M16 he was using, put his face to the wall, fired twice, and killed MSU while they didn't have a UAV up. But again, it just gets back to winning starts in the pregame lobby. It doesn't start in the game. It doesn't start when you're halfway into the game when you get your first kill streak. It starts in the pregame lobby. It really does. Just take 5-10 minutes to go over who's doing what kill streaks you have. Make sure they complement one another. They will really pay off big time. Another thing that I've found can really help us is, instead of running like an 11 kill streak, one of our best slayers, typically MSU, will run emergency airdrop. And if it's a good game for him, he'll have 4 of those in one game. And 4 of those things coming down in one game helps your team so much, unless you get screwed by the random number generator gods with a bunch of ammos. But I look at it as, if he gets 2 ammos and 2 UAVs in one emergency airdrop, I will call that better than a Pavlo, and probably better than an AC-130 on some maps. It will come in handy that much on these objective type games. It really does. But yeah, this is just something I wanted to touch on. I thought this might have been a good game for it. Again, I get lots of kills, but I get lots of deaths too. Trying to go for those objectives, trying to get those plants. And if we would have been a bit more organized, a bit more communicative, is that a word? No, don't judge me. Hey, stop it. Don't judge me. But yeah, we could have helped ourselves a whole lot more, but instead we ended up handicapping ourselves, and it made this game a long, drawn-out process. I think it was like 18 minutes, 38 seconds or something. But yeah, I have mostly run out of things that I was planning to talk about in this video. I think I went into detail for some little things that you can do better that require minimal effort for big results. Is he trying to stab me through a window? Oh, bastard. No, I got commanded through a brick wall once, so hey, what's the difference? Okay. Back on topic. What do I say? I don't really know. Has anyone paying attention seen any UAVs on ours? I think we might have only had that one that came from the care package. If anyone watches this through all the way and looks for UAVs, let me know if we ever get a UAV other than that care package one, because I'm pretty sure we don't. And if we would have had 3 to 4 UAVs, this game would have been over in half the time or less. UAVs are just that important. We were mostly on top of the air support all game, so that was good. So that was definitely in our favor, and we had that handled. But typically, we will assign one person. When our normal core group, we have one person that is always on air support. I don't know if you would recognize Denver Broncos from any of my videos. A lot of times, he will run a Stinger secondary by default. So that way, he's ready instantly to bring those things down as soon as they come onto the map. And that little thing pays off. Anyone can do that role. And let me tell you, it's not just me. If you want to impress somebody, especially someone on YouTube or whatever, and you get into their game, if you start running UAV, counter UAV, taking care of air support, you're going to get noticed. You will. It really is. Because it falls into bad habits. People see the higher kill streaks, myself included. I am not innocent in this, guys. I am 100% guilty as well. They see the bigger kill streaks, they're tempted by the bigger kill streaks, and they neglect some really valuable things that they could be using instead that help their team more than an extra Harrier, an extra Predator or something. So, this video is wrapping up. I hope I've maybe helped some of you guys. I hope I still have somebody watching. Click the video for a like for me, if you could just take the second here to click a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Random turtle picture for the win for going over. Yay!